Hey, welcome everybody to this new video of landscape photography. So today are very harsh conditions, this harsh light, it's just in the middle of summer, it's hot, and I'm somewhere in the forest trying to find some cool images. And honestly, I think I just found something which looks really cool. So what caught my interest in the scene, it's basically just a dead tree stump, but on the side there's moss growing, there's some snail trails which are being lit up by the sun, and then there's some, I don't want to call it saplings, but some growings, some leaves growing out of it. And then I had a closer look and it just looked like a volcano, just like a volcano crater, and then some growings on top. So it looks like a mini volcano, and yeah, it just caught my attention. So I'm trying to frame it up in a way where the leaves are being lit up by the sun, they're sticking out, and then I still have this kind of like volcanic shade. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, so I'm experimenting around quite a bit with composition over here because I really want the tree stump to look like a crater. And I think I somewhat got it right from this angle because I don't want any like distractions, any tree stumps in the background. There's one right next to me. Only issue from this angle is that there's light right behind my tree stump. It's very distracting. I think I can't get it away. Just like that, nope. So what's also quite challenging is the height of my camera, because I do want you to be able to look into, well, let's call it a crater or a tree stump, but at the same time I don't want to lose this crater circle shape, which really makes this image work. So I gotta find balance in that. Let me try and place the camera a little bit higher. So another small issue that I have is right behind my tree stump there's a spot of light from the gaps in the leaves, and just totally distracting because I want the tree stump to be the main subject and full in focus and not some light spot right behind it. So yeah, gotta think about how to solve that. I think I'm gonna do some focus stacking, and I'm just gonna have a look in post which image I like more, the one where it's just the background sharp and kind of like the foreground, this crater shape is unsharp, because I think it can work just by the shape of it. But then I also want to have the option to have everything sharp and have a focus stacked one. So yeah, just gonna see how that turns out. And there we go. Actually, it's been quite a while since I've been in this forest, even though it's right next to where I live. And the path that I'm on right now, which is this one over here, this should lead me in a couple of meters right to a vast open view, and potentially we can get an image there, potentially only a view. I just hope that it's not completely blocked by vegetation, because the last time I've been in this vast open view was probably in autumn or winter last year. And look over here, this looks like a buffet for whatever's eating over here. A lot of apples, and they seem to be placed here by human for whatever reason. Just as I expected, you can see all the vegetation over here. It's completely obstructing my view, and you can see right over the edge there would have been a beautiful vast view. But I don't want to walk through Tick City, so I think I'm just gonna stay here and find a different way. Man, so shooting in these conditions, just like broad daylight, the sun is quite harsh, everything's just green, can be quite a challenge, but it's still always worth getting out. Just even if you just go for the hike, or like you take some images in black and white, or you focus on some smaller scenes like I did in the very beginning, it's always worth it. So if I can bring across one thing in this video, just go out, it's worth it. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, if you do like my photography, I have a photography course available and I teach you everything you need to know about landscape photography. So being in the field, your camera settings, post-processing. For example, I have a section on how you can shoot in daylight conditions, what you can do, tips and tricks. Check it out, it's the first link in the description, you might be interested. Or if you like my images and you like to have some of them framed up on your wall as a print, I have some of them available, it's also the first link. Oh, have a look at that, looks super interesting. So this is the path, and then on the left hand side we have basically autumn colors. And on the right hand side it's still pretty much green. Really interesting. I think I'm just gonna take a quick snapshot of that and then we'll move on. So I'm just hiking, it's absolutely beautiful, trying to explore around, trying to find compositions, but actually I'm having a very hard time. So I'm exploring this forest for pretty much 2 hours now. I've taken a couple of paths, I think I lost my way once. And now I've came out onto this open field, at least now I know where I am again. So I found this group of trees far over there in the distance and they really caught my attention. Mind you, I'm leveling the tripod quite close to the ground because I want the compression of the field from the telezoom. I think that's going to look really cool as a foreground. Yeah, very simple shot. I think I'm going to shoot it in black and white just because it works with the light. So what is actually really cool about the scene, the light is right now only on half of the field because the rest is covered by a cloud. So I'm actually having the light coming towards me very slowly. So I have a couple different exposures now, just with half the field in light, just a tiny bit of the field in light. And that's really cool because light makes this whole scene work. Without the light, it would just be boring, especially in black and white because it adds so much more contrast. So I actually can choose later in post of how much of the field I want to be in light. Yeah, and that really makes the scene stand out. Beautiful. And I'm definitely gonna have it in black and white just because it works so much better than the color or the harsh light. Really like this image. So I'm not quite sure if you saw that because I think I just forgot to click record on the B-roll camera. So this scene over here, a couple of seconds ago it was still in shade because the sun was blocked by some clouds and then just slowly came out again, and for a moment I had soft light and not this very harsh direct light that I have right now. So I think it worked beautifully because I just had the right timing. As I said earlier, light is everything, especially in these conditions. So you can probably guess it, I'm framing up this tree, which is split in two, just so much character, looks super interesting. And it's also framed up by a lot of, well, let's call them normal trees, and just works beautifully. There's balance in the image, harmony. So while framing up the scene, I was actually quite happy because the sun was blocked by clouds and I wasn't getting cooked in the middle of the day heat. It's just so tiring, so exhausting. But yeah, pretty much done for now. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to show you this image in two versions. One of them is in color, the other one is just black and white. It just looked really beautiful and I tried that. So I'm just going to try a polarizer. I'm not quite sure if I like that more yet. And you know, there's so much character on the tree and also the lighting, it's somewhat sideways still. So some of them is still lit up, but not so harshly, just because of the way that it's reflecting the light. So even in these harsh conditions, it works. It's not like blown out. The sky is blue. It's actually quite a pleasing scene for these conditions in the harsh light. Quite like that one. Yeah, super simple. 1/25 of a second, f11 polarizer, ISO 100, focusing on the main tree, pretty much balancing the scene. And there we go. Man, what a beautiful day, even though I'm getting cooked. So thank you for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe, and definitely write a comment. This really helps the channel. Thank you for the support, and see you in the next one. There we go.